Everybody put 3 fingers in the air.
Oh, you did the same one? You should have switched it up.
Calling, the wind is calling, stand for something. Section 8.
Episode 147, Face Value Podcast.
Excuse me. Welcome, L. Jorge, Jimmy, Evan over there. Gus, happy birthday, Gus.
So my future, someone catch me. I'm falling victim to a revolutionary song.
Yeah, this that Kendrick, he was giving it up.
Back to put you backstabbers back on your spinal.
Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's episode 147 of the Face Value Podcast. I'm Kurt King, sitting here with two of my best friends in the world, Saint Icky.
Saint Icky
and Nathan Jackson.
What's going on?
We got the presence of a special guest today, one half of the Whoever's, Jay Arthur, joining us.
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Appreciate you, man.
On?
You already know we appreciate you. We're taking a lot of your time today, but it's all appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, we do thank you for joining us, and this was a long time in the making. So I'm glad we're finally making it happen.
Yes, sir.
Against all odds, we're overcoming right now. That's what Kendrick's whole fucking mission is.
You know what I'm saying?
What a perfect time.
So yeah, G, we'll start them off like we start them all off, man. IG.
Oh, yes.
Socials. Let the people get to you.
You can find me at J Arthur on IG. J_Arthur.wave. And you can check out my little creative site. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all abbreviated. Hopefully it'll be in the description.
Definitely
It's too
will.
hard to describe right now. But
Nice. Yeah. What's that linked to? Is just all your work? All your
it's
work?
like, yeah, my little solo endeavors and stuff and just creative work. So
Nice.
keep it.
It's a one-stop shop. It's kind of like the
basically.
homie Jimmy that works with us. He has like the same kind of site. You can go see all the different shit you do. It's good to give people that one location to see your different skills because you never know what someone can do.
Absolutely.
You know, like you might be like, oh, I didn't know you could do design. I didn't know you could do this. And then that's only benefits.
That's how it works, yep.
Because I feel like too, when you got like a vision, it's better to get it accomplished with as few people as you can, because then you don't clash on ideas. If one person can do 3 things, that's dope. Because that's not trying to convey your vision to another third person that might not know what you're talking about.
Cutting out the fat is key, man. Cutting out the fat is very, very key.
Exactly. But yeah, like we already got the IG out the way. Let's just start off too with tell us about where you're from, where you came up.
Well, yeah, grew up a lot in the northern suburbs of Illinois, Gurney to be exact.
Big Gurney.
Big Gurney, Six Flags.
Big Six Flags. Hurricane Harbor.
Hurricane Harbor. Splish Splash.
Gurney Mills.
Wait, y'all know the names of the rides and shit?
No, that's the water park.
Hell yeah, I know there's an auto rides. What the fuck you talking about? The American Eagle, nigga? The Batman, nigga? Have you never rode the Batman?
I've never been there. I've only been to Cedar Point.
Damn, we gotta go to Six Flags, bro. The Batman is that shit.
I feel like Six Flags as an adult just makes
The
you nauseous.
Raging Bull. Fuck with the Raging Bull. Vertical Velocity.
Do you want to go on something called Vertical Velocity?
Vertical Velocity is sick, yo. I used to be scared of Vertical Velocity. When I was a kid, I was scared of Vertical Velocity.
I was scared of Giant Drop.
Yeah, I still don't ride Giant Drop.
Is that the one that just goes up and...
Yep.
No, those are the worst.
I don't fuck with Giant
It's
Drop.
the drop joint, yeah. It's like
Do you remember?
Up there,
Do you remember the Shockwave?
of course. That was my first roller coaster.
He's got PTSD from that shit.
That was my
shot-
first roller coaster.
For real?
Yeah.
What did it do? What did it do?
The shot it was blue. It had 2 loops. And
Oh, okay. So it's the exact same in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all.
I remember we had went to Six Flags, my 6th grade band trip with Six Flags. I was trying to impress these bitches. I didn't really fuck with roller coasters. I was scared. They was like, we going on Batman. I was like, fuck, I gotta get on this goddamn road, dog.
The wild part about that story is when you're younger, the shit you'll do to try to act like you're not scared in front of a woman is now I'd be like, yo, I'm mad nervous right now. We should just not do it.
I was like, nah, I ain't doing that's dead.
I'd be like, no, I ain't scared. Fuck it, we can do it right
That's
now.
dead, for real.
I'm like, you want to do what?
Yeah,
no, I'm nervous.
They're like, we want a Batman. I was like, oh, fuck. I remember waiting in line, and then the line was scary because it was like you going in the Batcave and shit.
Yeah.
My anxiety was
Breaking
rising.
a fucking sweat.
The closer you got to like the Batcave, like you went through Bruce Wayne's house and shit, his front yard and shit. Then you like when the rad was there, you was in the back cave. I was like, oh shit. That shit was.
Like
I get off and I was like, woo, that shit fun as hell. I was on roller coasters. I'm on all the Six Flags shit for real. The Viper.
The vibe. What about the Iron Wolf?
Nah, that shit used to hurt my head, bro.
The standing.
The
joint.
standing up, John. They took that shit down, didn't they?
The Iron Wolf. That's a
shit
hard
that
ass
shit
name
probably-
for a roller
That
coaster.
shit probably killed somebody.
Yeah, I think they took that shit down. Remember when niggas get stuck? I remember niggas got stuck on the demon. Remember the demon? Ooh, I fucked with the demon. The demon went through a cave and had like the corkscrew.
Oh, word.
Niggas would get stuck on that bitch all the time.
That was a good one too, for sure.
Yeah, that shit was scary, man. One time I was at Cedar Point about to ride the one where your legs dangle, and my shit was like moving, and he was like, "You're good." I was like, "No, I'm not good." And they just sent the ride, and I was like, fucking squeezing.
Bro, listen.
I was like, "I am not good."
Listen.
I was like, "There is room."
Listen, bro, at Great America, they got the Superman, right? And it turned like this, right? So I get on the thing. You know, usually you put the thing down, it's got the belt you put on, right? I'm like, this shit ain't got no belt. But my shit was kind of loose, and then like it turned us upside down. My body just sank into the thing. I was hugged up. I was like, I got a hug up, bro.
Well, now that we got our summer trip planned, let's move on to growing up out there. How did you get into starting to be creative in music and things like that?
I feel like music's always, been within my family. My mom is a singer. My pops is a singer. So my fucking aunts and uncles are like karaoke singers, wannabe singers. But performing has always been huge in my like family. So things have been in my blood. But I started like actually recording music when I was like 14 on like a tape recorder. And the first beat I ever like wrote a rap to was the Snoop Dogg No Limit shit, Still a G Thing.
Yes.
Bought that single at Walmart.
Yes.
The little CD with the two track, which
Yep.
is the single and the instrumental. I was like, fuck it, we going. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
You got to bar those
It's kind of
instrumentals
tight
the
they
fuck
used to give
down.
you the instrumental. That's tight.
Yeah.
Like
What-
the B side of the CD single.
What turned you on to hip hop? Like, what was your first thing? It's like, I want to be a hip hop artist.
Shit, man. Just growing up in the 90s, listening to like all the fly shit
Yeah.
on the fucking radio, like Tribe, Aaliyah, Boys to Men.
Shout out
You know?
Boys to Men.
Fucking crazy. I still
Yeah.
love Boys to
We
Men.
just had a deep discussion a couple weeks ago about how R&B is bigger than it's probably ever been, and there's no groups in R&B now, which is weird. Because they used to all be mostly
Fucking,
groups.
Like,
It's so
straight up
weird.
boy bands like dressing alike and shit. That's wild as hell.
Yeah,
I know,
bro,
right?
They used to like B2K and shit. Like it'd be
No
like,
way.
But that
it'd
was
be like,
pop as fuck.
Nah, but it was funny because
Jodeci was
they
giving it up.
outfits it'd just be like we wear red. So one nigga had a long sleeve red
Yes.
with the pants. The next nigga had a red tank top with the red pants. I think had a red shorts, the red hoodie, and then like the Cisco nigga just had red pants, no shirt.
Yeah, Cisco gave it all the way up.
All the way up.
Shout out
this-
my man Cisco, man. That was a wild ass video and song you did, my boy.
You know what slept on
Classic though.
is that
Classic.
Incomplete song. I still be banging
That
that
song is a
That shit
fucking
was-
banger.
Incomplete is fire.
If you're in love and you play that, changes the
Hell
whole
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like without
Yeah.
you, I can't live without you, dog. The thong song, you can just get that off. That's when you got the thotty girls.
bro,
You
like
give him the thongs.
He was singing his ass off on that song too.
Yeah, he didn't even need to. He could have just said what he was saying.
yeah, yo, Cisco got heat, boy. Like Drew Hill shit. Like, how do you feel your love me?
Banger.
Man,
Yeah.
When the soundtracks was hitting, what soundtrack was that on?
Rush Hour.
Yo,
I had that soundtrack.
Yeah, you knew that a little too quick. I was like, all right.
Wild, right?
me.
I had the Rush Hour. I think it was the Rush Hour 2 soundtrack.
Yeah.
it was a Def
They used to
Jam.
have soundtracks
Def Jam
for it.
project. So there was like a bunch of Def Jam artists on that bitch.
Shout out to
Soundtracks
Rush
used to
Hour
be
too.
banging because
Oh,
they would
shit,
make
yeah.
original music for the soundtrack. So you get like new songs from these people.
Totally new songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
Now
lot of
like
them trash though. Like, for real. It's like that's why you guys made those songs and you kept those in the tuck.
well, it was
Like,
dumb
you
when
saved
they would
it for
make
the
them
soundtrack.
about like the movie. You know, like whipping through traffic. That's like, all right, man.
Oh, shout out to Will Smith, the Wild Wild West though,
that's a heat.
featuring
That's a-
Kumo D.
That might be the best song about a
That's a
movie.
hit.
For real.
a
That one
hit
might
for
be the
real.
best song about
Well, he made a
movie.
movie in the video.
Wait, ain't Cisco on that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Full circle. Full circle. Shout out to
Big
Cisco.
Yeah, make some more shit.
He was wild with the hair.
If you're listening.
His hair used to be, it used to look like they like painted silver shit.
They
like,
did.
They like,
You guys ever see that YouTube video of Drew Hill like coming back? Like
when they was just a little bit bigger.
a little older,
Yeah, dancing and shit.
Little
I do
wiser,
remember
yeah.
that shit.
But like it was a video. They were on a radio station like announcing like their reunion, and then they break up on like live radio. Like some argument happened on the radio while they were like interviewing, and then they broke up on.
Yeah,
It's a video. It's wild.
That is fucking nuts.
if you think about it, all those
Crazy.
that was when R&B songs were a lot more about like being in love back in the 90s, but they were all younger. If they came back as grown men, those songs would be mad different. They'd be like, fuck these relationships.
I'm good.
Shit did not work out. That's why modern R&B music is just toxic ass shit, because everyone's just talking about their real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not talking about this fake TV show relationship they're in. And they're like, you should be in love forever. It's like, nah, man. But what drew you from the burbs to the city?
Just being from the burbs, you don't get a lot of action in the scene at all. So like, the wise thing to do was to move to the city. There were so many artists blossoming, and you want to be in those crowds. So that was like the move to do. If I wanted to really take this seriously, go to the city.
Yeah, man. Chicago's such a great place for that too.
Yeah, man.
Like I know we kind of like mention this a lot, but like you can come to Chicago and like you don't have to get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? You can create your own lane and have your own
Absolutely.
have your own little pocket. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, to kind of play off what you're saying, though, Chicago is definitely that place, but honestly, the wave you guys were involved in with like the blog stuff, show, all those dudes, Chandler, and then like Urbo, Chance, that made a lot more eyes be on Chicago.
Yeah,
because for a minute,
exactly.
ain't nobody was really checking for Chicago shit. Like in the early 2000s, no one was really looking.
Really? Yeah. I mean, that's before my time for real, but
For sure. I mean, I'm sure Perry knows. I mean, people are like, oh, you know Twista? It's like, yeah, we know Twista. But
Yeah.
no one was like looking for
Conflict.
artists from here.
Yeah.
Crucial
Fuck with
Conflict.
Twista. You see Twista all the time.
just in the wild.
Yeah, just in the wild.
I heard he was the first dude with a Bentley on the west side.
Probably
He would just
was.
roll through the west side with a Bentley.
Oh, wild.
I doubted it all for real.
And then it was like them, like LEP, Bogus Boys. It was very like select
Shout
shit.
out.
Yeah, they had some heat though. Those
Super
motherfuckers were
heat.
going crazy.
Crazy. I forgot about LEP.
Yeah, yo.
Crazy.
So when you moved here, you were obviously making solo music. What drew you to work on a group effort?
Well, I met Dot during college. I was going to community college at the time, and all my homies from like high school ended up going to Northern. That's where Dot was at. So no, all of them linked.
Shout out to Cal.
Shout out to Cal, the Huskies. But yeah, they were going to all school out there together, and they were doing some music shit. I was visiting them, checking out what they were doing. I was really like into what they were doing. They had a group called The Kitchen. Straight up like bars all day. These like bars on Dilla beats. That's about it. But like I was like so appreciative to hear that shit because I wasn't doing anything like that back at the crib. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do my shit, and used to play my shit for them, and they would get inspired too. So it came hand to hand. It was like a marriage. So it all kind of worked out.
How was your first recording setup? I always ask people that.
First recording setup?
Yeah.
Well, luckily, my homie that I went to high school with that went to DeKalb, Switch, he was like a fucking gearhead. So, like, ever since we were, like, kids. So, he always had the equipment. So, we was just like,
You
all
lucked
right,
out.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, he a big nerd. Shout out my guy, Switch. But, yeah, super lucked out. Started recording like that. But then gradually, started learning, going to other studios, shaking hands with other engineers and shit. But
So,
from the basement, basically, starting from the basement.
was you making beats first or was you rapping first?
Ooh, I was rapping first, 14, yeah. The Snoop
Oh,
Dogg
yeah,
shit.
Hell yeah.
But I didn't start making beats till I was like high school, 2005, when I was like, got into like Ninth Wonder beats. Remember when Ninth Wonder started dropping all those beat tapes? And just Little Brother
I mean,
bodying them.
That
shit,
Minstrel Show
I was
album
like,
fucking
bruh.
record is amazing.
That
It'll
shit
be
inspired
forever
me so
amazing.
much to make beats.
Fonte's in my top 10, like for real. Like Fonte's a beast.
Yeah,
Like,
he's definitely up there.
he's so fucking underrated, the dude. Like even his solo shit, all the Little Brother albums are good.
Yeah.
Get Back, all that shit. Like
Yeah.
even after Ninth left the group, they still, because they were both talented. I mean, Fonte especially, but Big Pooh can rap too.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
And to kind of like bounce back to what you were saying about when you first heard The Kitchen, them just like rapping over Dilla type beats.
Yeah.
What's wild about Dilla is he really did transcend being underground, but people that try to like fuck with that sound just stay boxed into underground shit. Like he was making beats for Badu, D'Angelo, Janet Jackson,
Busta Rhymes and shit.
Yeah, Dilla wasn't underground as much as he was, but everyone that was trying to follow his lane just got straight up boxed down into like the underground
Yeah.
shit. Like they could not break out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because some of those beats are crazy. Like all the fucking his beat tape albums.
Oh, that's the best
Dilla
shit.
shit.
The shit that just like
The
came out,
little
you never
40
knew.
second joints, the 1 minute joint. I was like, oh man.
Well, those 40-second like
You're
little
fucking-
loops are Dilla beats.
You're
He would just
fucking
loop that
you're a
bitch. You know what I
fucking
mean?
alien. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I've shout out him forever. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so that whole shit, like Slum Village, Dilla, Guilty Simpson,
Yeah.
all that
Shout
whole
out Guilty Simpson.
Black Milk, all those dudes, you know, just that movement.
What a
It's funny.
great
It's
era.
funny to come from that and see that Detroit's back on with the new Detroit shit, like 4-2 Doug, Babyface Ray, everyone. It's such a different movement, but it's mad strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I thought about it. I was like thinking about like the correlations between it one day, and I was just like, you know how Dilla was like off the grid. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how they flow is for real.
Well, Dilla did.
Oh yeah.
Little off kilter for real.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Then they named the album Fantastic as like a play, like a triplet. Like I don't know if you guys read. I might be spoiling the book. I read the.
I got the book, but I haven't read it yet.
But yeah, like it was like a triplet flow, and how like that shit would like go with the Dilla beat, like because it's like not quantized.
Yeah, he never
So
quantized his
crazy.
drums. Yeah.
They just say they had a fucking rhythm and melody together, like no other. Slum Village,
Yeah.
You're crazy man.
I mean, that's really what popped it off. And then apparently someone just gave Q-Tip like a beat tape, and Q-Tip was like, "This shit is fire." But he was also one of the like best producers ever.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And best humans. Like shout out Q-Tip for sure. So like working like with a group, do you feel like it was more well-rounded idea-wise, where you could bounce off each other, or you ever had to compromise your ideas and just go with other people's flow?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, when you're in a group, it's just like there's always going to be different ideas, and like the ideas are not. Oh, your idea is not always going to work, so it's always really important to compromise with the group. I know that like there were times where I had to bite my lip and just really be like, all right, this idea was not that cool, I guess. Knowing in my heart, I was like, man, we should have put that shit on there. But,
Yeah.
but you know, it's
That's
definitely a big compromise.
That's why
because-
you got to believe in your niggas for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That like you might like they gonna say if it's bogus or what. Like, you gotta trust what they do because I'll trust what like your shit that you do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
And,
saying?
like a lot of those, like those takes. I mean,
And just because
they
you
made great records.
you worked in a group setting, I kind of want to just pick your brain on this, and you can apply it to working with music or just anything. Do you feel like when you throw out ideas and they might not be the ones that are picked, and you have to go a different direction, do you think people subconsciously don't put their all into it because they're like, man, fuck this idea?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that all the time.
Yeah.
Because
I feel myself doing that sometimes. Where I'm like,
presents me like a beat, like Dad's like, yo, check this beat out. I wrote to it. I'm sitting there. I'm not really feeling it. I'm just like, oh, this is cool. But if that feeling where you want to like put something down on a piece of paper or like fucking get on the mic, start recording shit.
Yeah.
If it's not there, it's like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. It'd be like, hey, you get to that
It's
song,
like, it's all right.
you get to that beat I sent you.
That's how I feel. Like, if a beat hits me right away, I'm like, all right, let's go.
Do you write your shit down or do you punch in?
It's usually just like ideas, then write it down.
Cool.
But like
Good.
punching in is kind of new to me now. So I'm kind of liking it. It's kind of
Yeah.
been doing it a little bit recently, but
I was
I like to
watching
write my shit
something,
down.
and they had a really good take on punching in, and they were like, you want to do the punches and go back and re-record it? And they're like, nah, I want to leave the punches because when I'm saying it, you're getting my most organic emotion in that moment. Like recreating it, it's not the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Because if you think of that bar off top and you say it, you're gonna say it with the right like emotion or cadence. So they're like, no, I don't want to re-record it. Let's just leave the punches. So that makes sense. I mean, like one take and shit is pretty unrealistic these days. I think most people don't really move like that.
Yeah.
Or imagine even trying to like a drill song, trying to one take that would just be weird.
I mean, shit, I do it all the time.
Let's go.
I
Talking
do it all the
shit.
time, for real. You just gotta sound crazy in your apartment.
Well, yeah, for sure. So you guys all link up, like form the whoever's. You guys ended up being like doing pretty decent, getting popping on the blogs. Too Dope, Nah Right, and everything. What do you? How do you feel like that compares to the way music is now, like blog era versus modern era?
Man, blog era was a fucking time, man. Seriously, like was that
Chef's
2010
kiss,
to 13? It's just, yeah. I mean, those are some of the greatest days. But like, I couldn't even tell you how to promote a song nowadays because that's how like so out of touch I am now with it. It's like we had this luxury of like being on blogs and being like national, maybe international.
Yeah.
And I just somehow like the new shit, like the math is not lining up.
Yeah,
for me
I
now.
just
I
can't-
guess as I got older, it's like
It's just that, yeah, like with the blog era, you just like had somewhere that everybody goes. You know what I mean?
it was like a cool hub.
Yeah.
You know, a makeshift DIY hub where you would find some really good music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like
Fucking found out about so
as
much shit.
as like a music guy, it's something that don't sit right with me about letting an algorithm pick what I listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't sit right with me.
Yeah.
That's the ball game we're in now.
Yeah, and
It's
so
like,
it's hard for me to even just like it's hard for me to like find new music now because like I don't trust what Apple is saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And even
I feel like I missed out on a lot of shit, and that's why I'm always like, I never heard that, I never heard that, because it was offered to
I'll
me.
just
in
like
a-
see
in
it
a
on the
weak
top of
ass
the
way.
screen and be like, I don't want to hear this shit.
well, the people that make the actual playlist, they hire those people, but the thing is, they hire them based off their name. Where the dudes that start like Mecca and Shake and shit, they got cool because they just had good taste. They didn't get to make a blog because they were already like popping. They weren't some industry dude. And they're like, you should make a Spotify playlist. They just had good taste. And their blog like built organically. Where now the people that get to make these playlists only get to make them because they just know people. Yeah. So it's like, do I trust your taste? Not really.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do I trust y'all taste for real?
What was it like the first time you guys started getting posted? Did someone text you like, yo, you're on Too Dope or something?
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, we obviously went crazy.
No, that must have felt so good.
Like,
like,
yo, the even crazier one was where we got played on WGCI.
Facts.
Like, what the fuck? What was the other one?
Power 92?
Power 92, yeah. That
Big
too.
facts.
Just being on radio, that like too was wild. But like obviously the blog era, super special. You know, seeing yourself on Ruby Hornet, Two Dope Boys was
oh shit,
we hear.
Ruby Hornet.
Because
Yeah,
we always
I
be
that one.
tuning into Two Dope Boys like every week to find new music. But like,
I was on there every day.
Yeah.
Straight out
for
every day.
real.
Every day.
I had my like morning wake up website.
Yeah.
And I just hit them all, see what was popping.
Yeah. Open up a bunch of tabs.
If it was popping, I'd hit up whatever.
And the craziest thing,
what
they
dot
would let
CD,
you
download the torrent.
the joint. Yeah,
Yeah.
Let you download the songs.
Yeah, and there'd be so many weird little like beat tapes that'd get posted and shit.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about like Odyssey and like Knowledge and all those
shit,
dudes.
yeah.
There's a beat tape of like these beats are hard. I'm just gonna
Knowledge.
bang
Remember,
this
remember
shit.
Kids in the Hall?
Yeah, good shit. With the like the blog shit and the groups effort, what do you think was getting played on the radio and all that stuff? What made you guys have? I wouldn't say it was you knew who it was when you were making music, but you guys had a dynamic sound. What made you kind of not just want to stick with what was working and dabble in R&B, boom bap, kind of take it all like a little all over the place?
I don't know. I think that was just what we really preferred. We grew up listening to that type of music and wanted to emulate it, and just have everybody feel good about themselves and shit, but make it in a good way, not super corny and shit. But yeah, man, I think it's always just been instilled in us, and we're just lucky to present that to people and have like a fucking mix of people appreciate it onto a specific like level of plateau and shit. So I'm rocking with it.
No, it's always been cool. And I mean, and that's how I found out about you guys too, was through, I was maybe not even living here or just moved to Chicago. And then I heard you guys were from here. And then, of course, there was the Juggernaut Association, who's like music selectors of the city. And you guys worked with them a lot. Kind of tell me about that relationship, and why do you feel like music, like especially in hip hop, that kind of lane you were in, they always end up kind of working with the streetwear industry?
Yeah. Well, I think just rappers and clothing boutique owners just want to be fly at the same time.
Yeah.
Fly shit. Listen to the flyest and coolest shit. So, like, I think it comes always hand in hand. You know, like they say, skateboard, hip hop go together very well. and I just feel like Juggernaut was like that hub for everybody. You know, everybody in the scene, everybody trying to be in the scene. Just there was something there for you always.
That's definitely being, I mean, not necessarily new or in Chicago, but Juggernaut is something I've always wanted to just like that big Juggernaut era is something I always wish I experienced. Because like the stories I hear from people are nuts. You know what I mean?
Man.
For sure. And like, I do think it just has a lot to do with Manny, Roger, and Brian just being like lovers of music, having a good ear.
Yeah.
Like, Roger used to rap and shit. I mean,
Really?
you know, he's a rap dork, you know, like he really knows about that era shit, and he's still tapped into the new stuff, you know?
Cool.
And that's something about music to me is like, maybe your taste changed a little bit, but if you grow up loving music, you're never just gonna be like, fuck music. You might start listening to different shit, but you're not gonna be like, no, I'm off that.
Yeah, things shift, you know what I mean? As you grow and life happens.
Yeah, definitely. What I can say to touch on your earlier point is I honestly feel like most of the cool shit I've ever gotten into in my life was from skateboarding. Because I grew up as a skateboarder, found out about a lot of dope music from skate videos. Like a lot of modern style, like high fashion style, streetwear style is inspired from skateboarders.
100%.
So it really built like a lot of the world that I fuck with, and it's like a vast different thing. So that's cool that you mentioned that, because I feel like it's a staple that's now finally getting kind of held to that regard.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that it took
It's wild.
so long.
Yeah. Pretty wild that like how many people, different groups of culture like nabbed from the skateboarding culture. It's so wild.
Yeah. What I can say about that though is growing up skating, skateboarding is one of the most accepting things ever. Like you don't give a fuck what somebody's like shit is. Oh, you skate? I skate. Let's go skate. You know, you're not like, no, you don't dress like me. You're not the same color as me. That shit isn't like that in skateboarding at all. You know, that's why I know so much about like hardcore music, rap music, fucking metal music, because you hang out with people that's their shit, but you also have a common thing of skateboarding. Yeah. And you spend hella time together. There's only so much time you can talk about backtails. You start to talk about your real life and shit, you know what I mean? You be like, oh, what do you fucking
Evan can get it popping all day.
Evan's like, remember when Andrew Reynolds frontside flipped that one? I'm like, Evan, dog, shut up.
He immediately like looked over like, well.
Okay.
Me and you became friends from skateboarding. So
did you see that video I sent you with Tony Hawk in space?
Nah. I saw you caption it Tony Hawk's in space, and I was like, I don't even care.
This thing goes on a skateboard like floating around in zero gravity and shit. Like, why is Tony Hawk in space?
He deserves to be in space.
And yeah, too, to kind of keep it moving off, like you talked about getting played on the radio, blogs. Obviously, you guys played some venues and shows in Chicago. What were some of the highlight moments of playing shows here?
Definitely one of the highlights was playing like a sold out Lincoln Hall show for our Riding Waves release party. It was like in December. That shit was wild.
Oh, y'all sold that bitch out?
I think we did.
Nice.
Who was all on that? Because you guys used to have like sick ass lineups because it was all the homies.
Right. I think Palmer Squares was on that bill.
I remember them, yeah.
I used to fuck with
Bamboo. we flew out Bamboo.
From Beat Junkies?
From Beat Rock, yeah. Yeah, we flew him out because he was on the record. He was fucking with us. And, yeah, he slept in my crib and shit.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was chilling. He was the head opener for the show. I forgot the other openers. Forgive me, but, yeah, that show was cracking.
Hell yeah. But you like better recording or performing?
Man, I think performing, because recording can be a bitch. Like, especially if you don't get like that right take, that right snare, the right EQ. You're just like, man, fuck fuck this shit.
No, I feel you.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit. I'm out.
It seems very similar to people that like edit videos. When like the finished product is fire, but getting it there, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like,
For real.
and then by the time you present it, you're already over it because you fucked with it so many times.
Yeah.
Like,
I probably don't listen to any of the music I drop, like at all, because I'm so over it. I've heard this so many times.
yeah, for sure. Well, I know you just put out some new joints. You remixed it a couple times. We're gonna play that for the hot shit. But what's coming next? A solo project or whoever's project?
Trying to get back as the whoever's, do the 7th album.
Damn.
And,
Damn.
yeah, man, been around for a minute. Yeah, like I said, we're looking into recording the record on our phones because we've been doing a lot of like drafts on this app I found, and it's sounding kind of nice. So
Make it
we
happen.
might just unroll the campaign like that and just go lo-fi,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
shit,
man.
dirty shit, like
Yeah.
like the SV demo tape.
Sometimes the raw
that's
shit
how
just
I
is
want-
raw.
That's how I wanted
Yeah.
to sound.
That's what I love.
And there could be no context to it because I know a lot of names don't. But is there any context behind the name, the whoever's? Like how'd that come
It was
about?
it was an inside joke. It was stupid as hell. But,
Yeah.
me and Lloyd were just always been known to be like jokesters and just laugh at the dumbest shit. So like it was we're trying to find a group name. We were super like big fans of the Woo, of course, and Ghost would do his slang shit. It was whatever, man. So we would always just like incorporate that shit.
Yeah.
And like whenever we fucking hung out, and we were just like stupidly like, what if we call ourselves the Whoever's? And
It's
it kind
stuck.
of worked.
It does. And you know what's crazy? Every name sounds bad till it's a thing. Once it's a thing, it just becomes more like valid once you put it out in the world. Because when you're thinking of names, everything sounds corny. You're like, nah.
Yeah.
But once it's something, it just feels more real.
Yeah.
And then it works. 'Cause, yeah, I think it's like, if I-
attach yourself to it.
Yeah.
If you just heard it, you're like, yeah, that's cool. But when you're coming up with shit, you're like, that's corny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Speaking of that, we're going to get into this hot shit of the week. That new Jay Arthur featuring Chebaka podcast alumni. It's called Pure Art, No Gimmicks.
Shout out Chebaka. We got some
Always.
other records coming too. So
Can't wait to hear those, man.
It's pure art, no gimmicks. Your whole style like Chronicles of Riddick. I posted y'all from the early 2000s. We talking loose change, but fuck it, who's counting? And yo, part of my gibberish. But the jogging like quitters, ain't no bargain, not grimace. And you know the kids, they handle his business. And mama said, y'all better finish y'all spinach. Building castles of sand while the waves come. Crashing again, difficult to keep track of the plan, man. We all want a sweet like daiquiri, but our bees like rabbits snapping back to reality. Going through hell, felt like catastrophe. I need some saving by the bell like Zachary. But drastically, I'll be on high alert. My jello Hawaiian shirt, true to my word until I line dirt. Won't stop trucking till this ever line of platinum. Yeah. And I won't stop busting till my mama got a mansion. Yeah. And if the place ain't jumping, the promoter probably capping. Yeah. I got a whole lot of soul with a wardrobe to match it. Yeah. Listen, it's pure art, no gimmicks. Don't ever worry about the politics and critics. Just put your pedal to the metal like Ricky B. Unsung heroes with gold chains like Mr. T. Yeah, but who am I kidding? Be the quiet dog that ain't got a lot to say. Never forget the Bev, just like the Icky way. You know we always got a motherfucker find a way. Yeah, find a way. Yeah, come on. Fuck it. It's pure art, no gimmicks. Yeah, it's pure art, yeah. Pure art, no gimmicks. Yeah. It's pure art. Listen.
It's pure art, all heart. And my master's not a gimmick. We all look like angels from this angle, Kurt. To be honest though, I'm hurt. I know my worth cause I did the work. I know it hurts, but it could be worse. So I sit back and laugh, cause at last I found my path. I'm running down the yellow brick road and I did it my way, didn't have to switch blows. We were poor, dog, I had to live close. So insecure, y'all, with my big nose. I give my all because that's all I got. You a snitch, you probably call the cops. Hater, you probably waiting for my heart to stop, for my cars to drop, tires pop inside the parking lot. I'll go hard cause I don't know how to quit. I just did it, I don't know what I did. I'm so in tune with the flowers and the moon. Use the force with the forks to use my mind to bend the spoon. Soon all our dreams are coming true. When our seeds are gonna bloom, I should write another tune. My car goes boom boom and the speaker's real loud. There's a lot of leg room. So what you want, man? A verse of a hook. Look, I just wrote a book. Yeah, I'ma write another book, but in the meantime, I'ma light another wood. Yeah, I wish you would like Geppetto, the day that I let go and settle and sleepless in Seattle, with an orchard full of apples, and a moat for the castle, and a boat for the moat, pig pen for the goat, and a lot of smoke detectors, cause you know I like to smoke. Toke, but on another note, it feels good when it do, not so much when it don't. I'm outstanding the way I stand out. You gotta hand it to 'em, I came from handouts. I came from hand-me-downs. Man, Park City was like a shanty town. Yeah, I was sad, but I'm happy now. They try to box me in, but I'm a happy meal. Yeah, I was sad, but I'm happy now. And that's just how I feel.
Yeah, man. So that was Jay Arthur with Pure Art No Gimmicks featuring Chebaka, podcast alumni. Fuck with them. They're in the works.
Shout out Chebaka for real.
Yeah, we got a few joints coming, man. I just sent him a pack and he was like, "Yo, I'm fucking with everything." And
Oh, cool.
let's go.
Nice. Yeah, he's a
Good
good
feeling.
dude. He seems like a good dude to work with too.
That's the homie. Yeah.
He's got good energy and
We
shit.
had a lot of fun on that episode too.
Yeah, that
It was good
episode was
being
really fun.
Yeah, they had the luchador masses.
That shit was awesome.
Sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got Jimmy working with Chebaka too. So maybe you guys could all tap in. That'd be a good session.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
But shit, man, yeah, like be on the lookout for the whoever shit. Be on the lookout for Jay Arthur shit. We're gonna sit here and chop it up with the homie about some stuff. He's a fan of music, apparel, which is really what we be fucking with on the pod.
See that? Y'all dripping.
So
Sure.
No, I see you too, bro. I see you too. You start like, that shades hard. You looked over like, yeah, those shades hard as hell for real.
I know we were in the first run we were speaking about a little bit the Philippines and two of my best friends in San Diego are Filipino.
Yes.
There's this funny ass story because we're talking about just clothes and shit now. So my homie Joey, he put me on so much shit, dog. After skating, we would go to his crib and he would spin records and be like, "What sample is this? What sample is this?"
Hell yeah.
He put me on so much shit, but he was half black, half Filipino, and he was dating this model chick, right? She was actually like modeling for like hella shit out in San Diego, and she was like, "I can't take you serious unless you got 30 bands saved up." And we were like 21, so 30 bands was like crazy, right? And he was like, "I can't save up 30 bands, but I want to keep fucking with you. So like, what am I gonna do?" She's like, "Stop buying sneakers." He was like, "I'm half black and half Filipino." He's like, "I can't stop buying sneakers."
Insane.
He's like, "I have to break up with you before I can stop buying sneakers."
Insane, but I feel your pain, bro. Wow.
Yeah, shout out Joey forever. He put me on so much shit.
Crazy.
No, for Filipino niggas be connected to hip hop, like super
Big
connected.
time.
Like
Yeah, man. It's,
for real, like it was like some
don't know,
break dancing shit, like everything. Like I don't know what it is that like.
First and foremost, like Filipino people are known to be like performers. Like whether it's like karaoke shit or just doing and back home in the Philippines, there's like shows dedicated to people singing and dancing. It's wild, man. Like, but I guess it kind of just goes hand in hand, like Filipinos and rap and just being fly. Like at the end of the day, it's just like, man, it's a good marriage.
Yeah, man.
Me and the one homie worked together at a skate shop for a minute, and he would always come in with the Crooks and Castles, all this shit. I was like, you're funny as hell, bro. We got the America hoodies in here.
Crazy.
But Crooks was going crazy back then. That was like that era.
Yeah.
When the hundreds was still popping. They were doing like the purple label 100 shit.
Blog era.
Stupid.
10 deep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you think about it, I'm pretty sure the hundreds either sponsored or put out the West Side Would Love Too from Dom Kennedy.
Yeah,
they were very much a part of that shit.
Yeah.
They did.
10 Deep did Cuddy's first mixtape, a kid named Cuddy.
Did that?
Yep.
Yeah, 10 Deep did that.
Yep.
10 Deep had hard cut and so shit. They're cutting so shit.
Oh, yeah.
So hard.
I got a few of like the first ever hundreds tees just sitting in the
Nice.
storage right now.
Just like Atom Bomb shit.
Not even before, like the Hip Hop Is Dead tee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
And all the
God.
shit, like the stupid, simple graphic shit they used to do. I still got a few of those.
Oh, yeah. You got to bring that back.
They sit in the fucking stores. And it's like, might have to hang them up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Frame
cool
them.
to have that shit. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
those dudes kind of, like Ben and Bobby, as much as they caught a lot of shit for doing the, like, Zoomies route, they paved the way for a lot of shit. I mean, the hundreds used to be dope as fuck. And even when they were doing those graphic tees, they also always put out really good cut and sew shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always appreciated, jackets, fucking button-ups.
And the
I've always been
boutique,
like
the boutique experience is super cool too. You know,
Yeah.
you guys ever went out there? To
yeah,
the
I've been to
shops
like
and shit?
the shit off.
I went to the one in San Francisco.
That shit was
which
crazy.
fucking sick.
Yeah, it's like a fucking cave and
Yeah.
shit.
Because that was when they were popping already. When they opened that one.
Racking,
When
dude.
they had bands. They had their bag up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wish them the best forever, man.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're still doing like all right. You know, they had to slim shit down a little bit, but they've had the longest run for a streetwear brand. I
True.
mean, most people get them in Diamond because Diamond's still huge in Japan, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you don't really see anyone in the U.S. wearing that shit anymore, but they're still really big.
Yeah.
You know who's still around too? My man's LRG.
Yeah.
The LRG kind of crazy now. Like it's like Coles and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
I used to fuck
Anthony
with-
died. He passed. The dude that started LRG, he died like 7 years ago. So they probably just sold the IP to some like shitty ass
yeah,
like.
for sure. Yeah.
I used to fuck with LRG.
Same the fuck
I used
here.
to fuck with all of that shit, boy. That LRG.
Especially when they're the skate team, bro.
The
Carl
skate team was-
Watson. It's all those
Yeah.
aesthetics
Oh,
dudes.
fuck. Wow.
You know what was my shit when I was a kid? I used to really fuck with Echo. That was my
Yes.
shit.
Oh,
I
man.
fuck with Echo.
Original streetwear.
Super heavy, bruh.
Dude, yeah, my whole closet in middle school was Echo.
Yeah.
That's low key
Yes,
like
sir.
what brought me in the game for
Yep.
real. Like I remember like they had a store in the outlet mall store in Aurora, I believe it was at. I used to go out
There's
there.
an Echo store there.
That's
Echo
crazy. I've never seen an Echo store.
Bro, the Echo store was lit,
Crazy
bro.
story. I worked at Echo at Gurney Mills Mall for like 3 weeks.
For real.
You obviously weren't feeling it.
3 weeks. So I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Bro, that's all I used to wear, Echo. And then I started copying like little academic shit.
Oh, man. I had that academic shit. Shout out
That
to
was a
Fab.
whole different like lane of shit.
Yeah,
I
Sure.
know, but that's where I was at when I was in high school, boy.
I was fucking
Oh my
with
God.
Mecca.
Mecca.
Pure Players.
Yeah, oh, Pure Players. What a great name for a brand.
Bro, like, I used to wear
29.
nigga, I used to wear the Azure.
Insane.
Your closet was nuts.
My closet was nuts, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
You had the Fat Albert Fubu shit.
Yeah, no, the platinum
Platinum
Fubu.
Fubu. Yes,
Hell
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah, I remember I was like,
was
Mom,
hard.
please. I was begging my mama, like, please. I get a Fubu jersey, and it's the one that said, I think I said West Side. When they had those Fubu jerseys,
Yeah, but you grew up on the west side, so
I
that's
know. I was like,
I'm gonna find me a Dallas
please,
one. I got to.
Please.
Please do.
That's funny.
That was an era for real.
It
Fubu was
was.
putting shit, them jerseys.
That was
they
like
used to
high
have.
end,
Yeah.
like apparel at the
Yeah,
time.
you get
know
that
what
shit
I
at
mean?
Carson, nigga.
Yeah, I couldn't even wear that shit.
Yeah, that was my shit. But yeah, then like I said,
I wasn't even allowed to wear that. Nah, I'm gonna skip this right.
That's for y'all by y'all.
Appreciate y'all for what you do.
do y'all remember I can remember like the time that the first time I decided that I want to be fly. Like, pay it. You remember the first item that you was like,
What was the first item? What was the first time?
It was, I remember I was in like 7th, 8th grade. It was getting cold outside. It was autumn. And we went, me and my mom was at Carson and I seen the Tommy Puffer coat.
I had the red Tommy bubble coat when I was younger. It was so hard.
I was like, Ma, please. It was around like, it was like around like Black Friday. I'm like, Ma, please give me this coat for Christmas.
I think I was in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
I told my mom I wasn't going back to school unless she bought me 7 Ralph Lauren. I was like, I ain't doing 8th grade without some Ralph Lauren.
What kind of threat is that on your mom?
Because I didn't want to go anyway. So I was like, this could work out. She don't give me the shit, I'm not going.
That was your first shit? That made
Yeah. And then I moved on to like because I was more into Nautica because the color blocking and shit.
Yeah.
I loved the color blocking.
The competition with
Still
all the
do.
fucking sailing shit.
Yeah. I ain't never been around no sailboat. I was getting it off.
Lake Michigan over there.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Nautica Challenger.
Oh my
I had a Nautica Challenger jacket.
Jeez.
Yeah, what was your moment?
hard.
What was your moment you was like, I want to be fly?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, there's one, I guess I got my first pair of Jordans, obviously. I got the Cherry 12s.
Ooh.
My mom got them for me for my birthday, and I just thought I was stunning on it.
Yeah. Shitting on people.
Yeah, I got the original Space Jam 11s from Foot Locker.
Nice.
When they came out. I sold them on eBay when eBay was like barely even a thing. I was like, people will pay for these bitches.
Yeah.
I only wore them a few times. I think I got $350 for them.
Nice.
That was like 3 years after they first dropped. Sneaker resale wasn't like a thing.
Yeah.
And they weren't retroing shit.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
shit wasn't coming back.
When I was a little kid, I had all the Jordans until I got into men's sizes. I probably got 2 more after that, and it was over with. It was like you wear a 7. Over with.
I think mine was I had this like I begged my mom for this reversible Echo windbreaker. Cotton on the outside of the lid. It was a cotton and linen.
Function.
You're like, it's 2 jackets. It's basically 2 jackets.
That's so I can get both off.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
I feel like since we're chopping it up about this, it's a good transition into, I wanted to talk about, so Nike recently just purchased some fake Jordans off StockX.
Right.
They like bought it to test and these are fake as fuck.
I saw that.
That's wild because, but if
Fuck
you think about it,
StockX.
I think fuck the whole sneaker resale market.
Yeah,
man. It's so
straight
trash.
up.
But
It's corny.
The thing is, yeah, it comes with this like authenticated tag, but the people authenticating it are just random ass people. You know, they'll hire just some
That
people
got a
to
job
authenticate
off
this shit.
Indeed. It just said that. It's like, look for this.
Yeah.
Smell it. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what the glue smells like.
That shit crazy. But yeah, I don't really fuck with StockX much. I mean, obviously I come from a cloth of sneaker game shit where you just fall in line.
Yeah.
Or the dunks were like $40 at finish line.
Yeah.
Like straight up on the clearance rack.
The 2 for
I bought
$89?
all the motherfuckers.
I remember I was just talking to somebody. I was like, bro, like the 100 is the new 50. Like,
Yeah, bro.
I remember when I used to be able to just go and just get a pair like of Adidas for like $50
Yeah.
at Champs or whatever.
Easy.
We were talking about like Air Forces. We were talking about getting Forces. They were like $70 at fucking Foot Action. You just walk in there and
Just
get that
walk
shit.
in and get 'em.
Bro, you
Yeah.
can't even get white ones no more. You have to
And
wait
what's
till-
crazy is like all those.
You have to wait till they drop. What the fuck?
All those like colorful ass ones that would just sit at finish line are like going crazy on StockX and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? It all
Yeah.
came back around.
Yeah, yo. I remember like being on those clearance racks, being like, "This shit trash. This shit trash." Like they bought this
Clearance
shit.
racks had a lot of heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the dunks, the Adidas Samoas, man, I can go on for days.
Shout out to
yo.
So that's
Samoas,
why I lived
man.
in those racks. For
Yeah.
real. I was in high school and I had like the extra $60, just go crazy.
Yeah, it was
Buy a
literally.
new
Like,
shoe.
and then I was working at Journeys. I would be getting my shit 40 off. I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I just get these." You know what I'm saying? I was bad shit just to buy them for real. We was talking about in our group chat. Nigga was talking about Asics the other day. I was like, I used to just get Tigers off just because I worked at Journeys. I just get them like, "What's it, $30?" Come through clean.
I feel like the thing about all the silhouettes you just mentioned, they're good silhouettes that you can just make in hella colors.
Yeah.
You have forces, dunks. That's why they're like timeless, because that silhouette's clean and you can just flip colorways crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what people that like sneakers, they just want colorways to go with different shit. This colorway is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been beating to death with Jordans. I mean, like the way they've been retroing Jordans is fucking nuts. They're just like, this is a different like Pantone of blue. It's like, dog. Like, all right.
It wasn't even supposed to be like that ever. You know what I mean?
Right. They just recently brought the ones back like that. And
The ones just recently went crazy, which is nuts,
it's
dude.
nasty now. It's a nasty society we're in now with that.
Bro, like, not even just bring us back to what we was talking about. I just came in my head, bro. I was in Adidas the other day. It cost $100 for some Stan Smiths.
Really?
Bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Was it $300 for some Yeezys? That's fucking
Like,
wild,
bro.
At retail, that's
Yeah,
retail.
that's retail.
I mean, you would get the Stan Smith because you couldn't get the
Jimmy's
Superstar.
getting
You be like, oh, you get the Stan Smith. They don't sell
Yeah, you get the
40.
Stan Smith or the Rod Laver.
Yeah, you
know
like the
what I
Rod
mean?
Lavers for like.
Don't talk down on the stand.
No, but I fuck
No,
with
no,
them.
no.
But I used to cop them clean.
love the
They
Stan Smith.
$100 now. Deal. Like 100 is the new 50.
don't talk bad about.
You know what's crazy about that shoe?
Smith.
What?
When dude, when he signed the deal, he took the upfront money and gets no royalties off it.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, I would
Shoe shit.
because you don't think it's gonna pop like that, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
They're like, you want 100 grand or like 1%? Like, let me get the 100 for sure.
Yeah.
Then you
Damn,
see
he wasn't
your
even
shoe
thinking
everywhere.
about Raph Simmons at that time.
Have y'all been
I had no idea.
have y'all been watching
He didn't know
that?
I didn't know Raph.
Have y'all been watching that Magic Johnson show on HBO?
Shit fire.
Yeah, do you see the scene when Nike offered him the equity and he turned it down?
He tripping now.
He
for sure.
tripping for real.
It's like, is it estimated like 8 billion now, 5 billion? Some shit? For like 18 cents.
But it's the same. It's the same thing. If you put yourself in that position, you probably did the same shit. You know,
Yeah.
this random ass dude being like, "I'm making this brand."
Yeah, and
it's gonna
he
pop."
did come to him bogus for real. He did come to him bogus for real.
Yeah, he did.
That'd be like if you were just in Wicker and some dude was like, "I'm making this t-shirt brand.
I'd be like, get the fuck
I'll
out
give
of
you
my
$30,000 now, or like 2% of my company." You'd be like, "Just give me that. Fuck this.
Give me the
piece.
30 bands and walk the fuck away from me.
I don't even need the shirts, player. I'm good."
Especially in Wicker Park. I'm not.
He's changing the game with these 2 color prints, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah, yo.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of music shit to talk about. This Kendrick Lamar drops. We're
Yeah, yo, I'm fucking with it so far. I mean, I only heard the first part, so I only listened to like half of it so far.
Yeah, it's cool so far. I like it. It's good.
I listened to
10
it.
out of 10, I think, so far.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
I'm very like shocked and like amazed.
Yeah.
Like he did it again. It's like To Pimp a Butterfly on steroids, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it like that, because the concepts he's coming with now and the production on it right now, wild.
Ridiculous.
The production on a lot of the records on that, the new one is crazy.
Yeah, yo. So far, what I heard is like pretty good. For
Yeah,
real.
it's fucking great.
Pretty good for real.
I think the way you described is pretty perfect because it's very much in that To Pimp a Butterfly lane.
Feels
Where,
like it, right? Like,
yeah, where Kendrick, like, he's always been a very conscious dude, and he would give you those gems throughout albums. But on To Pimp a Butterfly in this one, it's very, like, in your face what he's trying to get across.
Yeah.
Which, to me, I think it could be a little shorter because it kind of gets, like, a little, you're like, damn, all right, dog. You're, like, drilling this into your head. Because on, like, Section 80, all that shit, Good Kid, he would have those songs, but he would also have other songs that were just more, like, song friendly, where it's not just like driving messages into your head. You know,
Yeah.
a whole body of work of that shit's kind of just heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
18 songs of him just being like, it's like abrasive at a certain point. You know?
That's why, like, I almost didn't listen to it today because I was like, man, I was just looking at the song titles and even like judging off the video for the Heart 5 or whatever. Like, I was like, this is gonna be heavy. This is my Friday. It's my day off. It's
Nah, you
sunny out. I'm trying to walk
be
around.
in the right mindset for
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I can like sit at the house and like run that shit all the way through.
Yeah, so far what I heard been fire, man.
But what I did here is good. He's
Yeah.
rapping his fucking ass off.
Yeah, as he always do for
Yeah.
real. And like, I fuck with Kendrick super heavy, but like, Damn wasn't my favorite Kendrick album for real.
No,
I like
So
Damn a
I
lot.
was looking for him. I'm like, please let this shit be hard.
I'm still
bro.
Section 80 a Good Kid for sure.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, I
You
love
definitely-
To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite. My bad. Go
yeah,
ahead.
To Pimp a Butterfly's mine too. But like, damn, you saw where he was trying to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wanted to be the
Yeah.
superstar.
And it worked.
It worked out for him.
No, yeah,
very well.
I fuck with it. I definitely fuck with it for
It
real.
worked
but
out
like,
for him. Like all the singles, he didn't really sell himself on a lot of them. He just sounded like him, but like they worked.
You know what's weird about Damn and the new record? Well, not on the new record because he's leaving, but there's like no TDE people on there.
Yeah.
Zakari was on Damn, but that was the only TDE.
Yeah.
I don't think he was even signed to TDE then.
I wonder why that is.
It's like he's always like just been by himself. Like, but he was the label basically.
Yeah, he's the genius, the lonely genius.
we never got that black hippie, man.
Damn.
Yeah. What's up with Ab Soul?
Oh, he's stressed now because like, you gotta do something because Kendrick's leaving. He's like, fuck.
I think he's actually gonna drop. I think
I got him in the office.
Yeah,
like, hey man,
I think I heard he putting out some shit. I think I heard he putting out some shit soon.
Good.
I mean, Isaiah Rashad's getting a lot of press. So that's
We're gonna bring this back.
Stop.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. He's getting a lot of press. And he put out a good ass album.
Bro, asshole.
shout out Isaiah Rashad.
No, that album's good as fuck.
Yeah.
Shout him out, man.
Shout him out. Shout him out.
That Ab Soul record was slept on.
Anyways, that Ab Soul
I can't believe you brought that shit.
That Ab Soul record was slept on, man.
Press, man.
One of my favorite bars, like people sleep on Ab Soul Pig. One of my favorite bars of that shit is he said, I wrote like Edgar Allan. I was poor like Edgar Allan. People be sleep on that man. What's it called? Man Control, something like that.
Yeah.
That shit hard for real.
Yeah, he was rapping his ass on that too.
Yeah, man. And then ain't Schoolboy coming back with some shit? Schoolboy supposed to be coming back
He's supposed
too.
to be coming, yeah.
Yeah. He's been on a little decline though for a while.
Yeah, man.
a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie. Last time we saw Schoolboy, we left.
We're just standing next to each other. Perry's like, "You want to leave?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down."
I ain't gonna. Well, I mean,
Who did we see before? Was that Ross? Or
Rick
no?
Ross. Yeah, you can't come from Rick Ross to Schoolboy.
Oh man.
It was Rick Ross first. Yeah.
Yeah.
After Ross, my heart was pumping. Like I had
Ross
to
was
leave.
killing it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Ross
yeah.
killed
Of
that
course.
shit.
Yeah, me and Perry went all the way because it was at Complex Con, and we both got like texted mad people to get in, got in, and then we got there, and Perry's boys like, "Ross ain't coming." Who'd they say was replacing him? Somebody crazy. We're like, what?
I don't even know.
And then we just stood there, and all of a sudden you just heard Maybach music, and I was like, all right, bet. Then we watched that, and then Schoolboy came out. We were like, yeah, we're kind of far away from the crib.
Yeah, you
Probably get out, beat traffic.
Let's get back. I freshen up
Freshen up.
at the Airbnb real quick.
Exactly.
It's like, I bet Logan Square is popping. Might have to miss this.
Yo, man. I gotta put one up for Thug, man. My nigga Jeffrey, no, not Jeffrey.
I know. Anybody but.
Not Jeffrey, bro.
They're saying it's like a state RICO.
Yeah.
But like, is that worse?
It's better. It's better. Because a federal charge, you're not beating that shit. If like the feds come for you, it's a wrap. They have a 99% conviction rate. Like if it's federal charges.
We was really on this podcast talking about Jeffrey last week.
But it's not federal charges, it's state charges.
Yeah.
So he might be able to beat that shit.
Yeah, free.
It's just crazy because, like I said,
For sure.
if you shouldn't be able to legally just watch someone for 10 years. You got to say something at some point. You're like, yo. Like,
that is
some
crazy.
peeping Tom shit.
if you watched me for the last 10 years, I did some bogus shit. And you're bringing it up now. You're like,
That's
still know
actually
about
crazy.
that.
I've grown as a person since then.
When you think about that shit, I guess I never thought about that shit before, but that's actually crazy. Like, I feel like if you see me do something illegal, you need to report it as an officer of the law the first time you see it. You know what I'm saying?
They just write it down. Perry was bogus.
I don't think that's fair for real. You know what I'm saying?
Perry got 9 bricks off.
I seen him go, yeah. I seen him get 3, then he doubled up. And then I just watched him till he got to 20, and then I got him. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, how you gonna do that, bro?
He's been wearing a lot of ALD
Get
lately.
me when you see me
Like he's
sell
getting money.
Get me when you see me sell the zip.
Yes, you can rehabilitate.
Yeah, exactly. So I can rehabilitate. So I can be like, damn, this fucked my life up. Let me stop doing it. That's what I'm saying. They're not trying to stop doing it.
Somebody telling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you don't
got
just get
to.
all that information.
Man, that shit hurt my heart, bro. I was like, never slime, no.
Yeah, man, it's fucking sickening, bro.
Dude, imagine being up in court and basically watching your biopic. You're like, God damn. They're like, and then this happened. You're like, fuck.
But like,
God damn.
but like, it shows how far art and hip hop has come when like the kingpin is Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? It shows a lot about like how far we've come as a culture, like progressively.
Oh, yeah.
When Young Thug is the crime lord, like the like kingpin off Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? It's Young Thug now.
It's slime.
It's slime.
It is slime.
That's beautiful. It's literally poetic for real. I fuck with it.
Those new charges are bullshit, though. When they
raided his crib out.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about earlier. Young Thug ain't buying a gram off you. You know what I mean? If he's buying drugs, those are probably for personal use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Young Thug's not sitting there selling fucking drugs at the crib. Pull up, I got you. You know what I mean? But he's also not going to go get it like, oh, let me get eighth. And he might get us a couple pounds a week because he's just there. You know? The money's different.
One-stop shop.
Yeah. I'll just be back tomorrow, player. I just want to see you every day.
Yeah, right? Miss you.
And they trying to like use his music against him and shit in like court. And like as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, the song that he got with Nicki Minaj. And then the first meme I seen it when he was like, I ain't never killed nobody, but I got something to do with that body. That's the first thing I thought of as soon as I saw it.
But you know what's crazy about that? If they want to start using art in court, then they should just be able to use actors' roles against them.
Yeah, they should, exactly for real. Cause like that's basically what it come down to it. Whether they write a role, like whether that do help them figure out the mystery or not. But like that shit still, if you
The
gonna
mystery.
do it,
They got Scooby. He's in the courtroom. Oh, Scooby's on this video.
Ruby Dew's about to testify.
Dog's like, oh no.
whether it hurt, whether it
He's got some Scooby snacks. He's like, pull up.
Not the McDonald's. And then JD
whether it's helping a little caper or not. If you gonna do it one way, you gotta do it the other way.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Free slime.
Yeah.
Free slime.
Nah, I really hope it works out,
Free
man.
Gunna.
Free one.
Free Gunna. He's basically in prison for wearing a chain. He's like,
Yeah,
fuck
one
this
is in
thing.
prison for wearing the chain. That's bogus as hell. Free one of them, man. I'm like, how is Lil Key? Is anybody checked up on Lil Key?
Please don't take him in.
Oh man, but all jokes aside, I really hope it ends up well for them because it's just bullshit.
Me too.
The way the legal system works is fucking trash.
He's my favorite rapper. Like,
Same. He's up there.
He's not my favorite rapper, but I really wish it.
He's up there. He's top
Young
top
Thug is
20.
Amazing,
Top
15.
Amazing artist, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
a
an
great
amazing
Great
artist.
artist.
He really is.
Honestly.
When you go through his catalog and just play that shit, the diversity's awesome.
Yeah,
and it's
dude.
all like good. He can get in different bags.
Yeah.
That's what shows like a real artist.
I'm just like, why does this happen to me?
Very
every
little
year?
bad songs.
Every 10 years it happened to me. I remember I was like, no, they sent it Gucci to jail.
Yeah.
No, I was like, no, they sent it Lil Wayne to jail. Why does it keep happening, man?
Well, since we're on music too, I feel like we can't have you in the building and not get your opinion on some things. What are some of the best rap albums you've heard lately and R&B albums?
Shit, man.
Have you heard that Sabrina Claudio?
Nah,
That shit's
not yet.
crazy good.
Crazy? Yeah. Who's
So
on the
good.
production?
I don't know, but they did a good ass
Just
job.
sounded good?
The
Okay.
dog from front to back, it's really good. There's a song called IOU. It might be one of the best R&B songs I've heard in a hot minute.
Really?
So good, so
Damn.
good.
Okay.
But yeah, but what have you been listening to? If you got to check your phone, I usually got to scroll my recently
I'm gonna
played.
have to do that.
Yeah, because it's like an on the
I'm all
spot
over
question
the
type
place now,
shit.
man.
I've been
I'm
on.
super all
I've been on.
over.
That new Pusha T's rap album of the year. That shit
So
is
good.
fucking crazy.
You think so now? Since Morale is here, Mr. Morale is here.
I'm gonna listen to that Pusha album more than the Kendrick album for sure.
Okay.
So that's just personal preference. I mean, and you can't ingest that Kendrick album every day. I just be all fucking angry every day and shit. Like,
That's facts.
Pusha at least motivates you to be like, I might go get some shit off.
I might go buy a brick.
Yeah.
You know?
You got an offer
might
up.
get
Let me
a
see
brick
what's
off.
popping.
I don't know what I'm. The new Tory Moore.
I haven't heard that. Yeah, is it
Oh,
good?
he dropped.
Yeah, it's red album cover
Where?
shit.
Today?
2 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah, about like two
I
weeks
smell.
ago. I don't know. I'm just listening to.
You heard that shit? He got
No, you gotta air it out. You can't keep it secret. What are you listening to?
Bia,
Yeah,
Be
true.
tight.
London.
True.
The Omar Apollo is pretty cool. I don't know if you fuck with Omar.
He like pop. He like a
Yeah,
poppy.
pop
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
shit. Lucky Day.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Killer album. Yeah.
You know what's dope about Lucky Days? I feel like now he's just in, like popping where he's about to pop, and he's like 36, 37. So that's love when, and I think R&B is way more favorable to that, where you could be older and still get it like
There's a
popping.
lot of like the older folks, appreciated that and they come out to the shows more.
Yeah, but Lucky Days is a talented
That's good to know.
motherfucker, man.
'Cause,
Yeah.
35, 36, you said?
He's 36, 37. He's like in that. So
Well, I'm 35, so that makes me
Same.
feel nice.
Yeah.
And
and his new album's like, well, the thing about his new album, to be honest, is there's heaters on there and there's mid. It's either like he either puts out heat or like super mid.
yeah.
Like, can we get some just like good shit? Like,
Just cut out the mid and then
Yeah,
it's good shit,
cut the fat.
Yeah.
You gotta cut the fat sometimes. But when he makes a banger, it's a fucking banger.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
I gotta
Very
tap in.
talented guy.
yeah, Lucky Days though.
Since it got fucking hot as fuck out of nowhere, has y'all music like changed up since the weather decided to get 95
Yeah, I want to
degrees?
make some fire shit for summer.
A little bit.
I definitely want to, tune
Like,
into a specific sound for
soon as they got-
always,
As soon as it got hot outside, I instantly got in my Pharrell bag as I normally do. And then through that tunnel, I fell into a deep Robin Thicke bag this
Oh,
weekend.
Perry. Not to derail you,
A
but
deep Robin Thicke
I gotta
bag,
tell you
actually.
this and get your opinion.
What?
I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden, they were talking about Pharrell, and he said, "Let's just be honest. When's the last time Pharrell made a dope beat?" And he was mad serious. I was like, Perry would cry.
Oh no, hell no! I can tell you one right now. The last time I felt like he rated, didn't he? Which
Half of this Pusha T
Push
shit is
which
fire.
one? I
Yeah,
was
what
about to
is he
say which one's
Crazy.
is the second track? The Smokers
Yeah.
Smoke the Coops. That shit is crazy for real.
Yeah, he bodied that.
Yeah, he's
shit.
like basically, he
bodied
basically
that
said
shit.
Pharrell is like washed.
That's trash.
He's mad. He's
Pharrell doesn't
mad
have
and insane.
a single beat that's just whack. You know what I mean?
That ASAP Ferg beat recently was fire as fuck. I
He's
forgot the name
mad
of it.
insane. Yeah, I was in my Robin Thicke bag, boy. Like that shit is so fucking good. I just started listening to all my old R&B
Hell yeah.
shit.
Which Robin Thicke joint?
Evolution of Robin Thicke, whole thing. Straight through, bro. Cause I was in my Pharrell bag, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek.
I remember hearing "I Want to Love You, Girl" when I was working at Echo.
Yeah.
There it
It was
is.
like a CD sampler.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Skateboard
what the
P.
fuck is this? Is
Wait.
this like a new Prince record on like some Neptune shit?
Oh, yeah.
But it was Robin Thicke. I was like, yo, this
And
shit
then
crazy.
what else did I Lost Without You? What a fire song. Even the beat side's complicated. I sent you that one.
Yeah.
He was giving it up. Oh my god.
So it's already been talked about enough where it's whatever. So over summer, which you should definitely pull up, Perry and I are gonna do this thing called R&B brunch, and we're gonna do back to
I'm there.
like we're gonna go back and forth DJing over a brunch
I'm there.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and it somehow became like a competition where now we're like coming for each other. He's like,
Yeah.
"Who I'm gonna body you on this?" I'm like,
I
"Dog."
fucking wait.
I gotta be there.
Yeah, we'll definitely let you know for sure.
Please do.
We're gonna try to make it a monthly somewhere, so that'll be
Okay.
fun as fuck. Because we thought we were talking about like, man, brunch is fun, playing just R&B shit, eating, chopping it up. It'd be good vibes. So we're Jimmy's helping us out with finding a kitchen to get it popping.
Hypnotize you.
Hell,
We'll let you know
Mimosas.
about that for sure.
Lenny.
Linen for sure.
You feel me?
all right, you guys gotta reveal one song you guys gonna put on your playlist right now.
I already
What's
told
the
you.
one?
Oh, he's got some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Carl, what about you?
See, the thing is, I'm gonna come a little different from Perry. He's taking you like up. I'm gonna take you down with like Alina Barres type shit. I'm gonna give you like Keith Sweat. I'm gonna take you to that like.
So I'm trying to,
Baby oil music.
I'm getting the brunch vibes going, so I'm gonna hit him with a little brandy. Getting the brunch vibes going.
I got a vision. I got a vision of a dude and this girl. They stopping for brunch. I want to make them fall more in love with my set.
so-
Perry be trying to like get some asses popping.
Yeah, he's trying to have fun. Let's have fun.
Retract the roof.
I told y'all earlier that Drew Hill put that shit on. I don't leave your love for me.
With the Spanish guitar.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Yeah, it'll be fun,
That was
man.
my shit though. For real.
We'll definitely invite you when we get it popping.
Please do.
It's in the
Please
works
do.
right now.
Let's do it.
Well, before we get out of here too, since we got you in here, what are some designers or brands you've been fucking with lately?
Shit, man. I always fucked with the Mihara Yasuhiro shit is going crazy right now. I don't know if you guys familiar with the clunky Chucks. I got a pair of those. Those going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I always like tend to gravitate to like Japanese shit.
Hell yeah.
Well, Japanese shit like control streetwear shit,
Yeah.
like double taps,
course.
neighborhood,
Of course.
all that shit. I like Waka Maria shit a lot.
Same.
I got a bunch of this shit.
Same.
Yeah, I fuck with. I mean, I know I'm getting a little older, so I'm fucking with the engineer garments.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly. I was just about to say that.
Text. You gotta see me in
I kind of just want to clear the closet out and
Yes.
get just a bunch of EG shit.
Just the fabrics
I
and
have
the
like
cuts
two.
and shit,
I have two
dude.
pieces, but I'm about to start going crazy.
I might got this bowling shirt.
You about to
in
be
my
EG
cart
Poppy?
right now.
EG Poppy?
Yeah, you see Bobby.
Definitely.
We got ALD Poppy, we got
And
EG
of course,
Poppy.
and of course some low. You gotta have low.
Yeah, yes sir.
You and Perry keeping that shit alive.
Yeah.
You got to.
Perry is a real low head.
This is our culture, man. This is Americana. This is Americana.
Yeah.
This is where we from.
Yes, absolutely.
Low.
Also, shout out that ill ass Ralph Doc that came out over lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was what was it called? Very Ralph.
Something like that.
That shit was
yeah.
fire.
That shit was really
That
good.
shit
man.
was flame.
I ain't know a lot of that shit. There's a lot of shit
I
I
don't think I
learned.
saw that.
Really? It's on HBO. You gotta
It's
check
beautiful.
that shit.
It's actually beautiful.
It goes through like his whole life, dog.
Yeah, yo.
It's 2 nights.
It's beautiful
it's
for
fire.
real.
Yeah. If you stop fucking with low for any time in your life, that will bring it back.
But on another note, it feels good when it do, not so much when it don't. I'm outstanding the way I stand out.
Yes.
You
Yes,
gotta
I've
hand
seen
it
that.
to him.
Yes.
I came from handouts. I came from hand-me-downs.
Jorge's got that Thurston Howell book.
Said he was
The
like
Low
his
Life.
shanty town.
That's a really hard.
Yeah, I was sad, but
got it
I'm
when it, like,
happy
first
now.
dropped
They
for, like,
tried to box me
$69.
in, but I'm a happy
Yeah, shout out
man.
that book. I've been trying to get it
Yeah,
out
I
for
was sad,
years.
but I'm happy now.
Are you over that shit? Yeah, I still ain't got it. There's a reason. But I mean, honestly, man, we can't appreciate you more for coming through. Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
man, for real.
I know
Yeah.
we took more of it up than you thought.
Exactly, and dealing with our fuckery. Alright, my boy. Oh shit.
Y'all fan now. Killing that.
Like I said, be on the lookout for the new J. Arthur shit, the whoever's. This episode 147, Face Value Podcast. Tap in on all the DSPs. Pharrell ain't made no hot shit.
Come on.
Okay.
All right, y'all tap in with us.